I don't think it was done to follow along an agenda. But I think,
of course it was done to follow an agenda.
No, I think
it was teachers' unions didn't want to go to work.
No, I don't. That is, you always have some conspiracy theory.
That's not a conspiracy theory.
No, I believe that people.
They had a nice deal where they were going to get paid even to stay at home, so they decided to stay at home.
I thought that it was just people trying to protect students from everyone else that's involved in a life of a child. And so even if the students are resilient, and like you said, there's not that many students that are deeply affected by COVID, yes, they would have an easier rate of getting over it. But when they go home and some of the people that take care of them are grandparents, when they go home and their parents have an autoimmune disease, who takes care of you now? Yes, you might be brilliant in school, but if your parents and grandparents that do take care of children a lot are ailing, that pick you up from the school
Wasn't that a reason to put them in school rather than...
No, because they come home and so you have nieces and nephews, so when you see them often, you know that they're probably always sick. You're probably like, why are you always sick?
Yeah.
They go to school.
They get sick all the time.
Germs run rampant. So if you can bring down the amount of germs that people might have access to, that was something that we were worried about, the sickness, the coughing on each other. Tell me which 5-year-old is going to keep a mask on. Tell me what 10-year-old is going to keep a mask on.
Well, that's why requiring them to mask was stupid.
Yeah, but we were trying to protect them from then infecting the older people in their family.
But they're more likely to be around older people if they were stuck at home. Because, I mean, these are...
But the older people
their parents still had to work. Their parents had to go places, so they needed people to supervise them. I mean, frankly, the public school system, in addition to education, perhaps more so even than education, because it doesn't, in some municipalities, doesn't even do a very good job of teaching kids to read and do math. It serves as a daycare role, because parents have to work. And so when you just shut down the daycare role, and you can't replace the daycare function, we can argue with virtual schools, even though I think virtual education did a terrible job.
Yeah,
at least you can, I guess, do the educational function. You do it badly with virtual school, but you can't serve, the daycare function is only served by having the kids being taken care of somewhere outside their home.